Hey guys, Mike with KC Tarantulas here. I just got a couple updates for you guys this week and a rehousing. So just let's hop right in. Like I told you guys last video, I do have Pixel, who I sent off for a breeding project. His lady got pregnant and laid an egg sac. And so just last night, the person that I sent it off to, whose name is Merida, pulled the egg sac out and opened it up, and there were some eggs in it, but there was no eggs with legs, so we put it in an incubator setup. Well, they put it in an incubator setup, and we are going to wait and see and say, hopefully in the next couple days to a week, some eggs with legs, show up. If not, it means the eggs were infertile, which is just one of those things that happens. But I think that that's probably not the case. I think the eggs might have just been, just need a little bit more time because it was 27 days. Usually you do 30. So maybe those 3 extra days, maybe some lower temps affected the outcome. But we're in limbo, so we're just waiting. And once we find out, I will let you guys know. And then hopefully in a little bit, I'll get half of them sent to me, and then I will figure out something to do with them. I'm going to keep a few, but I might do another giveaway or contest with the rest or something else. We'll just have to wait and see. In other news, had some molts that happened recently. I don't know if you can see her too well. Tika, my P. regalis, molted. I had a Java, my Alphanopelma samani has molted. As soon as I can get good footage of Java, I will show you guys. Hopefully I'll be rehousing Java soon. I just need to go pick up some supplies. Yeah, and in a little bit of bad news, I noticed something last night. I was doing a couple feedings, and I fed Rathalos, which is my M. robustum. And if you guys go back and watch the last feeding video I posted, I fed Rathalos in that feeding video. And this time, and now when I go back and watch also last time, I noticed that Rathalos was grabbing prey and then struggling with the prey for a little bit longer than normal. Last week I didn't think anything of it. I just, went on feeding the next tarantula. And then later on in a day or two, I found that worm that I had fed Rathalos last week was out in the water dish. So I thought, man, that's kind of really odd. Maybe Rathalos is just really, really picky. But this week when Rathalos grabbed a large mealworm, struggled with it for quite a while, a lot longer than normal, I decided to take a closer look. Lifted up the enclosure and looked into the burrow and observed that Rathalos has no fangs, which sucks. So, that probably must have happened when Rathalos molted the last time. When I first got Rathalos, I purchased Rathalos kind of thinking that maybe it wouldn't make it because he or she looked not well, but was in a bad setup, and I kind of felt bad, and I bought Rathalos and kind of thought it was like a 50-50 chance. Hey, if I can get Rathalos through this, I'll have a species that I've really been wanting for a long time. If not, that will suck, but it is what it is. I thought it was worth the gamble. And when Rathalos molted, I thought that, hey, made it through, awesome. Now I got the species that I want, and it looks like it's doing well. And Rathalos looked great, but I never saw Rathalos' fangs. After the molt, I went and checked my spreadsheet that I keep on when I do my feedings and things like that. After I noticed Rathalos had molted, I waited 10 days to feed. And so I don't think that it was an early feeding that caused fang problems. I think maybe it was something before that had caused it or something, but it really is what it is. So last night I chopped up some mealworms and put them in there. And after Rathalos gave up wrestling with the mealworm that was alive, I did see Rathalos look to be eating off of the pre-killed, cut-up mealworms. So I'm going to be keeping an eye, making sure that I don't start noticing the abdomen shriveling or something like that. The next step, if cutting up mealworms doesn't work, I'm going to have to start blending and making slurries, which is something that is not fun, but I will definitely be doing if I need to. But I think we're gonna get Rathalos through this, and hopefully those fangs will come back next molt. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. But right now, let's go ahead and move to the bathroom, and we are going to do a rehouse.
Alright guys, this one should be fun. This is, as you can see, I have a new enclosure set up here. I'm going to be rehousing Cheddar, my Tyrannochila smyrnus, or OBT. So I've got a new enclosure set up here with plenty of substrate, because these guys do like to burrow. But then I also put in some cork bark, a couple different pieces, just for some web anchoring, because they also like to web up a ton. You'll notice that I don't have a water dish in here. That is because I expect Cheddar is going to be doing some burrowing and some rearranging and stuff like that. And so I've noticed that if I put the water dish in the beginning, it usually just gets covered with web or filled with dirt right away. So I'm going to wait like a day or so and then put it in the big water dish. So yeah, I expect Cheddar to be a little bit fun. Cheddar's never showed a threat posture yet, but haven't really interacted a lot other than with dropping in food. It seems more skittish, if anything, so hopefully I got a catch cup ready here. Hopefully Cheddar doesn't decide to go for a run, but if so, we're prepared for that too. So yeah, disclaimer, obviously, anytime you're working with an old world, just be careful, plan ahead as much as you can, and go slow and easy. So that's what we're going to try to do today. So I got my straw here, and I got some tongs in case I need to try to move something. But right away, Cheddar has retreated down into the burrow area down there in the corner. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to move this. I'm going to put this lid kind of here. I'm going to put the enclosure down in this lid and just try to convince Cheddar to kind of go in this pre-made burrow area. But let's see if that actually happens. I think Cheddar is attacking the straw. This is what I think just happened. Alright, let's try this from this other direction. Okay. All right, back into the burrow cheddar went. So what I think we're gonna have to do is I think we're gonna have to remove some stuff. Okay, let's try. All right, so I see where cheddar is. So mold here, I'm gonna try to get out. Okay, so obviously I wish this would have gone a little bit easier. Oh my god. Spider, you are crazy. There you go. Does not want to leave this old enclosure. Lots of lid running went on. That was fun. Okay, so kept wanting to go up, but man, that was a little hairy there. But basically what you gotta do is try to stay calm and deal with the situation as it comes. But cheddar definitely did not want to go down at all. I'm a little hesitant to lock that. I don't want to get any toes because cheddar's right there at the top. But yeah, okay, so I mean that was an adventure. But success, we got cheddar in there. Much larger enclosure. Should be able to stay into this one for quite a while, which is kind of the thing you want to do with ornery tarantulas is, have to rehouse them as little as possible. So, all right, that was done, and yeah, let's head back to the other room.
Okay, that was fun. Man, I was having flashbacks of when I rehoused my hottie hottie and it ran up over the lid onto my arm. Glad that didn't happen, but like I said in there, the main thing when rehousing is just remain calm. Don't freak out. There's a lot of times when that was going on that when I moved the lid, if I, did it like really scared and did it really fast, I could have squashed or harmed cheddar doing that. So that's something to keep a lookout for. I really need to switch up my rehousing technique to something more like what Petco and some others do. I need to really get on that. But that was fun. I've been sitting here observing cheddar is now walking around exploring. Everything should be a-okay going forward. So yeah, that was fun. So one last thing I want to talk about in this video is that I found a new channel that I've been watching that I really enjoy, and I think that this channel is making great content, and the person who runs this channel is pretty awesome. I like the enthusiasm and excitement, and that channel is ran by a young man from Australia whose name is Winton Knight. I will link Winton's channel down below. Great stuff. Really came in setting the bar high as far as video camera work and lighting work, and the kid, he is very excited. Talks about how he really likes Steve Irwin, was a hero to him, and you can tell he really has that excitement and his love for animals, and really likes to share. And great on camera, kind of making me look bad, the rest of us look bad. So I think we're all gonna have to step up. So, but I really want you guys to check Winton out and maybe throw some love Winton's way. I think you guys really enjoy it, the content that he makes. So yeah, great job, Winton. Really enjoy your stuff. So last thing, tarantula related, is that the reptile show in Kansas City is going to be coming up again here in like the first or second week of May. I will be there. Had a great time meeting a lot of people last reptile show, so I hope to see some of you guys again. If you see me, grab me, say hi. I would love to talk to you. But yeah, so got some good stuff on the way. I got some great ideas for some content that I think you guys would really love. Just trying to get the pieces together on that. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week.